joining us now to weigh in on just how bad Bidenomics is affecting our economy, and of course, how the wide open border is only making things worse for our economy. He's the chair of the House's Small Business Committee, Texas Congressman Roger Williams, back on the program. Roger, nice to see you again. It's been a while since, year and a half, 2 years since the Trump rally down there in Conroe, Texas. We saw you backstage.
There you go. We were there. Lots happened since then.
Oh, my gosh, since you've been on the show so much. Let's go right with the economy. Okay, we got his economic advisor out there lying to people. The Raggedy Ann, Karine Jean-Pierre lying to people, and Biden himself saying that we're feeling it's getting better. Roger, you sit on the Committee of Small Businesses, which are the backbone of this country. Are we seeing, is it reality that things are getting better?
Things are not getting better. In fact, I've personally been in business 52 years. I'm in the car business. I've seen a lot, but here's the deal. They are selling a lie. They are telling a lie. When you have inflation like we have no supply chain, we have interest rates like we have. There's no way to get out of it. And let me tell you, when they talk about something's down, their base is a lot higher than what it was, and you brought that up. And so people are hurting right now. Small businesses, Main Street, cannot keep up wages with what the inflation is. Now, they say that wages are ahead of inflation, but that's not true. Small businesses can't keep up with that. And and couple that with a lot of the issues we got on Main Street America with breaking and entering and all this thievery and everything, it just adds to a real problem Main Street's got. And Bidenomics is a loser. If he's going to run on that, it's a loser.
So last week, it was hidden in all of the headlines because everybody, of course, is talking about the standoff at the border. You and I'll get to that in just a sec, your home state. But I want to talk about what Biden put out last week, the potential that he's going to raise taxes to help fund Social Security benefits. This wouldn't be just on the rich like he always claims. This would be a broad tax across the board. I thought they didn't want to raise taxes. And how does that help a struggling economy and inflation when you start taxing we the people who are already struggling to pay our damn bills?
Well, it doesn't help at all. We know it's proven that you have to cut taxes to create more taxpayers. And every time he talks about raising taxes, he's talking about raising taxes with everyone, okay? You raise taxes, Main Street gets smaller, fewer businesses stay in business, people lose their jobs because the employer's got to pay more taxes. So again, it's a loser. I mean, you don't increase cash flow, you don't increase taxpayers, you don't increase the economy by raising taxes. We know what happens. We saw when Trump did it, we saw when Bush did it, we even saw when President Kennedy did it. It creates more taxpayers, it creates more cash flow, creates more opportunity. And this is the job of the Congress to cut expenses, and that's called margins.
Last economic question before we move to the ridiculous problem at our border, Raj. How is the committee and how are you and other Republicans going to, in 2024, move forward to somehow help the economy? I know you control the purse strings, but obviously the Senate can knock down a bill you put up. The president can veto it. So I know it's difficult to get anything passed. But is there anything you guys can do to help us out in 2024?
Well, I think we've seen it. Ways and Means just came out with their new tax program. You probably saw it. It brings back 100% expensing, brings back interest deductibility. These are things that Main Street America need to have. The interest deductibility, I fought for that in 2016. It's a huge thing, especially with the interest rates being up. So those are the kind of things we can do. But there again, you send it over to the Senate, it may not pass. If it does pass the Senate, Biden would veto it because at the end of the day, he does not want Main Street to survive. He does not want more people to have more money. He wants everybody to be subject to the federal government.
Yeah, the bill you're talking about, would we be able to deduct our interest we're paying, right? On like our homes and car loans and stuff. That's the bill you guys propose. Yeah, that's a great idea. I don't know why any side of the aisle would push back against that.
Well, and the other thing is businesses like mine can buy fixed assets and write them off at 100%. And that's a huge thing. And so those are the kind of things we can do. But the Senate's got to get with it, and Biden's got to understand. But see, Biden is a socialist.
Yes.
You and I are capitalists. We're entrepreneurs. And that's where the difference is.
Yeah, huge difference. All right, let's get to the big talking point of the day because it is now in every poll overtaken the economy, Roger. I know you know that by a few points. Americans are mostly concerned now with the border because it does affect the economy, their safety, because of the drugs, the terrorists, the criminals coming in. So what are we doing down there? What are Republicans doing to back not only Abbott, the other 25 states that are signed on to help your state, to make sure that Biden doesn't come in there, try to federalize troops, take all this over? Because as far as I can see it, the attorneys I talked to, Abbott and the Texans are following the Constitution, and Biden is not.
Totally following the Constitution. Biden's actually creating a civil war between Texas and the federal government. But look, he has no interest in slowing this invasion down. He just now seeing it as political, and he's trying to recover from it. But the fact of the matter is, we know what works. If you just take the bills that are on the books right now, it will work. And the other day, one of the spokesmen for the Border Patrol said if we would just take stay in Mexico policy that was approved, that was supported by the Supreme Court, and supported by me and others. If we just had that would shut down crossings by 70%.
Wow.
We know the wall works. We know we need more judges down there. We know Title 42 works. But we need to not give people court cases dates while they're here. We need to give while they're in Mexico and send them back. And I just got a bill out the other day called the Stop Bill, which frankly says to the federal government, it allows Texas to build a wall, allows Texas to hire more Border Patrol, allow Texans to defend their country, and it's a federal law. It would be a federal law if the federal government had to pay Texas back for its expenses, and every state should do that. That's where we are right now. So it's an invasion of people, and the Senate bill that's coming over, the Senate program, is totally dead on arrival. Why would we give 5,000 freebies every day to people coming across the border?
Exactly.
If there's one that comes across the border illegally, that's wrong. And that's what I don't understand about why we have people that live in this country that think it's okay to give make illegals free and illegals legal. It's unbelievable.
And Roger, it's a slap in the face to millions and millions of legal immigrants who've come here for decades, waited in line, did the process, and paid the damn fees. Congressman Roger Williams, representing Texas 25th, also the chair on the House Small Business Committee. As always, Roger, thanks for coming on. Been too long. Appreciate you.
Always. Thank you.
Yep, take care.